Hi, this is Gary Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2025, and we're going to do a booth tour of the Datavideo booth with Rob Reed. Rob, tell them about who you are and what Datavideo does.
Yeah, so I'm the Director of Business Development for Datavideo, and we're actually celebrating 40 years for Datavideo, and mainly in the broadcast industry, but what we're showing here at the show is solutions to automate different types of applications like city council and conferencing solutions, things like that.
Yeah, we are actually shooting individual product videos on all of these stations so that you can actually experience this yourself. And you're definitely going to want to watch these because, for example, just as an example, you have the ability to automate a two-person podcast or even multi-person podcast.
Absolutely.
Where you don't have to have an AV operator, but you're doing all the automatic switching. It's pretty awesome. I mean, you're going to want to watch all the individual videos that we shoot for Datavideo. Go to ravepub.com/infocom, type in Datavideo in the video search window. And you talked about offline before we started that you don't want to talk about products, you want to talk about how you're automating solutions. And that's really critical to your message here at InfoComm, right?
Yeah, absolutely. People want to do more with less. They have less human resources to produce things. They have more rooms where they want it to be automated. So yeah, we're showing different things of how you can automate, classrooms, like you mentioned, podcasts, city councils, school board meetings, things like that.
And before we started, you gave me a demo of automating a classroom, which includes, well, I'll let you, I don't want to give away the secret sauce because I want everyone to watch the video, but you've actually got a whiteboard set up over here, and you're not only doing auto switching, but you're doing auto framing. As you move across the whiteboard, the camera's following you, but keeping you in frame, but also have the ability to show the audience at the same, the thing is doing multiple things at one time.
Yes, it is. Because we work with APIs of microphone systems out there, it's giving us positional data. So what it's allowed me to do is I walk across the whiteboard, it's framing me up. So you want to show more of the content, especially if you're in a whiteboard, you're explaining something in a classroom setting. If you're standing to one side or the other, you want it to justify the one side or the other. So as we're moving it around, we're able to adjust the AI framing in real time.
And is it being decided by the AI, or is it a pre-decision factor that you make as an administrator of the room?
It's the decision making as an administrator of the room.
Okay.
We do have another technology. We have a new camera out for automating like a huddle space that actually has a beamforming microphone built into it. So it can determine where someone's speaking at a table, and it's got a dual lens on it, so it uses one camera lens to move to the active speaker, and then it uses the wide angle lens to switch to the wide shot until you go to the next active speaker. Okay,
that's nice. And I want to show the podcast.
Yeah, let's go.
Section over here. One thing that's quite interesting here is that this was originally launched at NAB. If Emily can come around here to see this. This was originally launched at NAB because you come from a broadcast heritage. But what's interesting here at InfoComm, you told me, is that the higher education community is really interested in this because they want to automate podcasting.
Absolutely. Any content creator that wants to automate something, especially in a university level where they don't have skilled people in the podcasting room.
Yeah, like students.
Yeah, students.
Yeah.
You walk in there and you want to be able to automate it.
Yeah.
Some of the other applications that we're seeing, like next week, we're going to be installing this in a public library system. So they're creating a podcasting space where their patrons can come in. It's like offering a 3D printing service, but now they're offering podcasting services.
To anybody in the public that's a member of the library.
That's right. So you got a podcasting idea, but you don't have the ability to put the equipment in or skill set. You walk in, you sit down, you're ready to go, and you put your SD card in there, you hit record, and now it automates the whole podcasting experience.
You're going to want to see this demo. We actually did one. I actually did a live demo right before they launched the product back in March. You can actually search our website for that by just typing in Datavideo, and you'll find that. But we're also going to shoot one here at InfoComm before we leave. You have two. I noticed you have 3 other product demo sections set up here, and the purpose of each one of these is what?
Yeah. So this one's more like a panel discussion or maybe government city council, but really what we've done is our voice tracking product not only is a control system, but it also is a switcher. So what we've done is we use NDI technology in all of our cameras. What we're introducing for this is the ability to route NDI over the network. And then all you have to do is, I'm using this Sennheiser SpeechLine microphone. Say I'm sitting at a city council, I press this, it'll actually switch to me.
So it's going to switch the microphone and switch the camera view.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And if two people are talking, it'll do a wide shot. But it's all doing it over NDI, and then we're decoding it NDI to USB-C and HDMI, so I can go into my conferencing application, see the monitor.
So it's all AV over IP.
It's all AV over IP, single wire, everything.
That's really nice. And of course, NDI is, now everyone's doing NDI, so that means all the products that are NDI compatible are compatible with your system.
Absolutely, yes.
And here, what are we showing?
And here we have our HS4000, which is our MobileCast 4K switcher. And what's really cool, it's designed, again, with our portable solution. But we're actually showing the PDC 600, which is our brand new 4K 60 flagship PDZ camera. It's got card options on there. The one card option we're showing is 12G SDI, because in a broadcasting workflow, that's kind of what you want to show. So
this is meant for both professional broadcast and in-house corporate broadcast or in-field broadcast.
Yes. As a matter of fact, this production switcher, even though you have control on here, it can integrate with our voice track. So if you wanted to manually control your meeting or event, you would then press the buttons. But if you wanted to automate it, you can turn voice tracking on just through an Ethernet cable. We can now switch, do windowing options, lower third graphics, bug logos, all sorts of stuff.
That's pretty awesome. All right, and then finally over here.
Yeah, lastly, we're just showing another push-to-talk type microphone system. But what we're doing here is showing the ability where we can add lower third graphics. You see we have Melinda at the podium microphone. So most of these conferencing solutions have tap-in RFID. So if I press this button right here, it'll now ID me as another person. Oh, maybe they didn't put, I'm speaker 2.
Yeah.
But you can do that just with tap-in RFID, because a lot of times, you have a meeting set up, multiple people are using the same microphone, but you don't know who they are, but you want to ID them. We can pull that data off the conferencing solutions, and
regardless
they do that.
Of what device they have, as long as it's RFID, or how does that work?
Well, it has to be one of our approved microphone solutions that we support.
Okay, that makes sense.
So currently, right now, it's the MXCW from Shure. And so those are the type of conferencing solutions we're working on.
All right, so to learn more, go to datavideo.com. Again, we're going to shoot individual product videos at each way. So we're going to have at least 5, right? One at each of these stations here in the front, one or two potentially in the meeting room that they have there, probably 2. And then we're going to have one in the podcasting station. And you're going to want to see how they're the company that's now automating everything. The idea is not necessarily to put an AV tech out of business, but make them more efficient.
Absolutely, and more people are putting collaborative spaces in their facilities, right?
Right.
And they don't have as many techs, but maybe they have one tech that's in charge of 5 rooms or something like that, but we can still automate it.
Yeah, and you have the ability to run the meeting yourself. I love the podcasting option because when you mentioned about higher education, students running it, it makes it where they don't have to learn how to use the system. Now, the thing that's going to be funny is when they leave and do it professionally, they're going to be like, why aren't the cameras switching?
Exactly. Why isn't this automated? I've seen this before.
I've seen this before. I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah.
All right, check it out at datavideo.com. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this. Best of luck to you for the show.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks for watching. All of our videos at raypubs.com/InfoComm.